So this time we're going to do Alteryx challenge number 19. It's a bit about dynamic loading for different files. We don't have input compared to other workflows. We have two Excel sheets to work on, book one, book two. I have downloaded on my local machine. So if we drag in the input tool, we can go to read our files. So let's see how we can, I think it's Excel file. So Excel, XLX. The location will be my download folder, AC. What do you have? Yeah, it's a different file name. So let's just say we read a book in one. We have different sheet. Let's just select everything first. So they're stating it. Let's see what the requirement. So you have multiple files. Later on, we're going to change how we can read the file in batch. We have common sheet one. The through the process, the user you want to read all different Excels return. So you want the row 2, column 3, row 8, column 2 from sheet 1. So it's always the same sheet. That's okay. So either table or you have 3 columns, X file, then the data. 2, 3, book 1, book 2, sheet 1, you want the first row contain data. That's fine. So if we scroll down, the sheet 1, because at the moment everything is sheet 1, so we don't actually need to dynamic change it. Otherwise, we will probably use dynamic input to create our own file path. First row contain data. Let's check that as test. We require it. In the reading path, what we can do is we can use a wildcard match with a star. With two sheets. Now, of course, if we just run as a test, we're going to roll the two sheets. Then you will realize we may not be able to keep track which file is which. Yes, in this case, we have a field's name. That's fun. But we don't exactly want it. So for those things, in the options, we can also opt the file name as a field. For us, we don't care for pass. File name is the one we're looking for. If just run as a test. It is where we book 1 and book 2, the file name. Yes, that's book 1, book 2. It's helpful when you load multiple files, so at least they are separated with some kind of name. You can later on to group by. Next, we try to looking for the row and the column. So we're looking for row 2, column 3, row 8, column 2. F drag now. In the default when you load, so you can see there's option to say what's the range of file you want. So if we restart, reload the file again, because I've changed to a wildcard, you cannot select individually. If you use individual file, you can actually specify the particular cell you're interested. In that case, you may be able to load more. If you have a massive file, you can load a specific range of it. For us, because we have our data, let's just check. For book 1, row 2, column 3. So row 2, column 3 should be 48. That's not 47. Oh, sorry. They even want to include the head, so it's 47. For the second one, we want row 8, column 2 for book 1. Row 8, column 2. Wait, row 8, column 2. So row 8, column 2, it should be 30. Yeah, 30, sorry. We're looking for specific cells, looking for specific rows. For each of those, you have different way to do it. I think the best way I would probably do is how. Because you're looking for a specific row column for all the files, then That's not too bad. We can group a file name. We want to make a unique colon async, unique value. We're looking for F1. Should be fine, any colon. In this case, any colon is unique enough. The purpose of that is we can, let's probably go to book one first. So for book one, oh, that's not right. Let's sort it again. It's annoying. We need to sort better because of the field header they want. What we're interested, we can use a filter to filter out book one, book two, then use select records to select a specific row and a column. I'm just trying to think if we would do things more dynamically. You probably need to do a batch in that case, group by each file name, then calculate your row, your records. But I think the requirement for this particular one, we not need to do a batch. Yeah, we can save batch for other examples instead in future. So let's just do the lazy way of doing it. If you ever look other workflow I did in the past, you will be able to see. Even if we want to do a macro, we still want to build the base workflow first, then we can implement the logic for the macro. So that's selected, select. Sometimes you got to be able to sort your data. So yeah, just in case, it's because the AMP engine switched on. It's better just throw a record ID just for the sake of it. So make sure all the data is sorted correctly. Mhm. So you're looking for row 2, column 3. So we're looking for row 2. Record ID is still fine. Keep it. Row number 2, column number 3. So 1, 2, 3. So we're looking for F3. File name we do need it. Row 8, column 2. So let's do a select records first. So you're looking for row 2. So you're looking for the second row. Column 3. Let's remove to the bottom so it doesn't impact our row calculation. So row 2 on the select records, column 3, and you want the row 8, column 2. Is that how we getting the one we intended to get? Mm-hmm. 47, 47, yeah. No, I feel like this is not robust enough. I don't like the choice of filter. Let's actually try to go back to my old ways. Let's do. I still want to do tiles. I want to make things as robust as possible. So tiles, we're still in a group file name. That's a file you're loading in. We're gonna be unique values, unique record ID because record ID applied to every single row loaded. So even have 10 different Excel files, you still have a unique row ID. That's good. We have that. If we do that, let's run the workflow. Your previous attempt was tiles. It's a sorting. If we look at cleaning, so for example, if file sheet one, because we have the record ID, so even if you do tiles, the sorting is still somehow preserved. If you don't have the record ID in front to keep track of things, particularly in engine, you may actually mess up with the calculation you have. They try to sort by the first field. If there's no record ID, it will sort by the F1 column, then 1, 2, 3 will first. Field number 1 will go to the bottom. That's not what we want. Once we did these things, then we can see for each book, We have a tile number that help you to keep track which row number you want. Then we can keep pivoting the column number. To select column, we probably want to select more dynamically the column. Let's see. So we don't want all the columns. We want white to long. White to long. Okay. Let's see the group by we need. Record ID, the dummy column we need. File name we need. Tile number we need. Everything else, sequence number we don't need. Or the F columns we want to pivot. Okay, that's fun. So the purpose of that, from the tile number, is basically a row number. The name column, the pivot to the head column, that's basically a column number. We can use those to filter the values we want. So we want two results. So we want the row number, so that would be the tile number, equal to 2, and you want column number. So the name column should be F. So you want a 3, so F1, F2, F3, so it should be F3. You can rename the column if you need and change those both the tile number and the column number into integers. So it's easy. Row number equal to 2, column number equals 3. So that's first combination. I think we'll probably do both together, or we're looking for row numbers to be 8, column number to be 2. So tile should be row 8, column should be second column, so F2. I think we're getting the 4 results we need. Yeah. So for book 1, we have 47 and 30. 94, 16, 94, 60. Good, that's what we want. So we want long to white, cross tab, the true statement. So we do want to group by for the file name. We'll keep as it is. What's the header you want? You can rename the header. Because header is the column number, so let's use name as the header. Then, yeah, we'll probably need a group that will tell you which row that is. Value to be values. Concat should be fine. We don't have too many strings. What do we need? So, book 1, book 2. Wait a minute. How do I do this better? So row 2 column framing. That's probably better just to create a formula to create header. Let's just call this in header. So they want to call it row number, column number. We're gonna be row. Because the tile number has the digits we want to string of tile number. Otherwise, I will throw the error because the data format is not different. So that should be row 2 plus underscore plus, no, we can put a column there. Row column, then the column number should from the name. We also have F in there. We can strip the F, or yeah, let's just do some string. So we're gonna replace. You can use regex or whatever format, a lot of choice. We're gonna handle the name column. What's the target? We want to get rid of the F. You can either use replace to handle the string, or you can just use substring, or you can like trim left, I think, or right. Just concatenate the length of the string only. Replacement, we just want to get rid of the F. Undo header. That's fine. So rather than have name, we're gonna just use header as a test. Tile name, we don't need a file name, probably suffice. Let's see. There you are. 94. Well, they want book 1, book 2. 47, 30, 6, 94, 16, 94, 16. Yep. So that's how we're going to do this particular challenge. Use wildcard to read in different files. Try to keep things as dynamic as possible. Record ID is quite often just use straight away after every time I load a dataset. Just make sure I can keep the uniqueness of the data. Tau is very useful. Behaviors group by record ID. Once that's done, if you want to search for particular value within a table, not just in a single column, you're looking for a particular row, but you're looking through the whole table. That's like 2D dimension. A better strategy is make sure you label the row, label the column, and pivot, then use a single filter to search rather than manually select column. It's a little bit more difficult. And that's that. So that's the final results. Thanks for watching.